Guys, stop. You're giving me too many options. I'm only one man here.
One, here comes the two, to the three, to the four. Everybody drunk out on the dance floor. Baby girl ass jiggle like she want more. Like she a movie and I ain't even no tour.
Little old Rhode Island is famous for you.
Hello, ZVK? ZVK, thank you for 12 months. Holy heck. That's a whole year. Thank you so much. Can you guys hear me okay? Are we around? Can you hear me?
Children, behave.
Hi. We can hear you. Okay, cool. Alright. Rhodey, you can hear? Huh? Oh my god. Whoa! Alright, I'm gonna unmute you too. They should be able to hear you now.
You've unmuted me?
Yeah, Frog and Toad, thank you for subscribing with your Prime. You guys are really cool. Thank you. What the heck? Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday. Hi, Cold Logic. Hello. Hi. Hello. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, this is going to be good. About 2 minutes left to ads, and then we'll bring up our special guest today. I bet you guys can't guess who it is.
Who is it? Who is it? I want to know.
Who could it be? Good morning.
If you're looking for a guy with dedication,
Oh, why is
look
this
no
happening?
further within our nation. Marcellus
God, a hype
is the
train.
guy
No,
to see.
don't
He's
do
got
this
what
now.
you need, I guarantee.
It's
A
fine.
real true friend with a really big heart. It's okay if he's got a fart.
Hello, Marcellus. Thank you. Oh, Brody, you did that. What are you doing? I didn't even know.
nothing.
I didn't even notice.
Nothing. Lies and slander.
Procrastinating like a champion. Well, Cold Logic, guess what? You've got an hour to procrastinate and listen to me talking to Rhodey. Hi, Nixie. Oh my gosh. Hi, everyone. What the heck? Dude, it's good to see everyone. Rach, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop! You guys are crazy. Stop doing this. All right, we got 35 seconds of advertisements left.
Amazing.
And you guys have to sit down and be quiet and listen.
I want y'all to know that my cat Kara is sitting next to me and watching this.
Cute. Oh my god, Nixie, thank you. Thank you for gifting a sub to Pastor Greg. It's really nice of you. Oh, I gotta do my going live posts. I had them all queued up.
Click 'em. Let's go.
Posted it on Threads, Blue Sky, and Twitter.
Woo.
So everybody knows that I'm here talking to you. Guys, thank you so much.
Oh,
All right.
we didn't do the thing where I attach that's fine.
What?
So like the stream together thing doesn't matter.
Do you want?
I was gonna try to. No,
we can do it
it's
right
fine.
now. No, let's do
I
it.
don't want to open it. It's fine.
You don't want to open it? Okay, I
No,
can
it's
because
good.
I can just
I
send
told
you.
everyone I was gonna do it. I'm like, nah, they'll figure it out. I
Are
posted
you
it in my
sure?
Discord. They'll be fine. Yes.
Are you
we're
sure?
fine.
Because we can. Okay.
No, it's good.
All right. All right. Are you ready to be on camera?
I'm ready. I
Okay.
was born ready.
All right. Hello. Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
You have French toast?
Isn't that what I'm on? I'm on Friendship and French Toast with Lady Amelthea. Is that?
Yes. Absolutely.
I've been waiting a month
Yeah.
to make this joke. Sorry, I'll put that away. It's fine. It's Friendship
No, you
and
can
French
have it
Roast.
if you're
I'm
hungry.
here.
Please.
No.
I
It's
would
fine.
love-
It's fine.
Oh my
I have my
God.
drink with me. We're good.
Oh my god. No, I love your drink. I know
Thank
that
you.
you don't drink coffee.
I don't.
You don't drink coffee, which what's so funny is like this is episode 9 of Friendship and French Roast, and I feel like I've only been on one. I can't remember who it is, but I feel like everybody doesn't drink coffee. Like everybody,
Yeah.
and I'm like, how do you guys not drink coffee? But
Spite. We just live out of spite. It's fine.
Yeah. Do you drink any caffeine at all, or is it just like?
Oh, yeah. So my current vice is actually the Dunkin' Donuts Peach Sunshine energy drink.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's like a syrup that has like vitamin B and like caffeine and all that stuff in it that they add to like a sparkling water. So I
Okay.
feel like potentially it has less crap in it than like all the other canned energy drinks that are out there.
Mhm.
But I don't really know. I haven't done the scientific research on it. But it does force me to have to physically go and pay for the thing instead of buying like a case of it and having it on stock. So it's more of my treat for myself when I'm going to work in the office every other week. I go and I get one of those. If I feel like I need it. But other than that, consuming caffeine is like, typical Diet Coke, essentially,
Sure.
but that caffeine doesn't do anything to me. Caffeine in tea doesn't do anything for me. If I really need to focus, I do have some no-dose that helps me focus. This whole undiagnosed ADHD life, we do what we can.
Yeah. I just started taking like a mushroom supplement that's like lion's mane, turkey tail, reishi, cordyceps, maitake, and chaga. I took it yesterday, and I think this is not sponsored. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Do not take hashtag not an ad. Not a doctor. I just started taking these yesterday. I think that they work. Like I think. Like I definitely feel like a little bit more like it's not obviously a cure-all, but it's like it just kind of like dials that brain buzz down a little bit to where it's like you don't have so much chatter going on, which I think is kind of cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll send it to you after stream. But
yeah, please.
Yeah. But
although anything that says cordyceps in it, I'm a fan of The Last of Us, and now I'm like, you're gonna turn into
my head's
them,
gonna
I'm gonna have to, cut your head off or something, and I'm gonna miss my lady.
Yeah. Oh my my god. Yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, Last of Us? Okay, maybe. I didn't even realize that cordyceps was like a real mushroom until then. So
Me neither.
I thought it was like a
I
made up
did- yeah.
thing. So
Yep. Me too.
but
I wish
yeah.
it kind of was. Just made up.
but
Terrified.
thank you for being here on Friendship and French
Thanks for
Roast.
having me.
This is Rhodylin. If you guys don't know Rhodylin, she is a Twitch streamer, slash moderator slash amazing human being. Wonderful. Rhodey and I met. So I was thinking about this story this morning because I wanted to talk about it a little bit. So we met through BB Jess is where I first learned about you, because you moderate for
Universe
BB
brought us together.
the universe.
BB
Yes. So we met, and then we met through there. But it was just like in passing, right? It's like I knew your name, I knew you were a moderator for BB Jess, and then I didn't know that you streamed until BB Jess was on the Deadpool show. When he used to do like the interviews on the Deadpool show, and she was on there, and I watched it, and I love the Deadpool show. A lot of weird like universe type things with him too, which is really odd. So because I've never seen his actual real face, I don't think anybody has, but lots of weird stuff. Which actually I just realized, like we don't see his face and we don't see your face either. So what the heck's going on there? That's weird. I just made that connection.
The universe is just bringing you together with
people
like this mysterious anonymous people.
So he was interviewing BB Jess, and she decided she was like rating you, and I was like, oh my god, Rhode Island is a streamer, cool. So that's when I followed you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that's when I followed you. You were still doing the Financial Fridays. I think it was like a Thursday though when you were streaming, but you were still doing the Financial Fridays. And then fast forward, I don't know, a few months or something, but Game Pass Dad did a parody award show for streamers. And I was nominated for the Chatterbox category, and you were nominated and won the was it Camera Shy award?
Yeah, Camera Shy. It was Camera Shy. Yeah,
Camera Shy award. But
because no camera. So,
no camera. Yeah. This is what she actually looks like, though, by the way. So just so everybody knows. So I was in that, but in the Chatterbox category was a individual named Vinyl Viper, and she and I got on like really well, immediately, like connected, and so funny. But then found out that Vinyl Viper was friends with you, and then I don't know, everything just kind of compounded from there, and then it was just like we became friends. We became fast friends, and I don't know. I think we've connected a lot on like the universe and the Legend of Zelda and just like life. And we are the same age, so we have like a lot of 90s nostalgia. And I love you, and I'm so grateful that you're in my life. So it's super cool.
So my perspective of our start is seeing you raiding into Jess. And hearing from Jess when you'd raid in, and being like how much she liked hanging out and just like lurking in your streams, and like she loved your vibe and everything. I was like, I gotta check her out. I gotta see what's going on over there. But of course, as life gets in the way, and there's so much going on, and the Twitch is so like boom 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 all the time. Then there was her her award show, where you won next best chatting streamer, best just chatting streamer, and I was in charge that night of DMing all of the winners and like giving them the information, like being like, congrats, you won, like here we're gonna send you the stuff so you can like put it on your panels and all that stuff, yada yada. And so that was our first DM, and I remember going over to you to be able to send that message and everything. And I don't exactly remember when I had followed. I don't remember if it was one of the times you had raided in over there, or if it was before that or during that or whatever. But I remember at that point I was like, nah, I need to hang out here. I need to be around this person more because she's really awesome. And then at some point started just, showing up, and your morning streams were just the best thing to wake up to, and they still are. And
I love that so much. Thank
just
you.
one by one every day, I feel like the universe is just confirming that we were supposed to meet.
It's like from the very beginning, like it's like we did. I'll never forget when I was doing the Triforce pieces on stream.
Oh my god!
And
the one I have right next to me right now.
Yeah, yes. But it was the first like 3D stained glass piece that I had ever made, and you bought it like sight unseen, like on like while I was making it.
Yeah.
And you were like bought it from me.
Basically, I had that thought in my head of, oh my god, it'd be so cool if these were fused together to make something 3D. As I was having that thought in my head, Faye actually wrote it in the chat saying, hey, what if you put those together and made them like a pyramid or something? And I couldn't type fast enough from my phone. I remember I was laying on my bed watching it on my phone, and I was like, oh my god, yes. And I'm like, yes, do this, yes. I will buy it. It is sold. Like, try it. I don't care if it's your first time. Like, I don't care what it looks like, because you were apprehensive because you were like, I've never done something with 3D and putting multiple pieces together. I'm like, I don't care what it looks like. I'm buying it. So do it. And I was just
really
like,
sweet of
fucking
you.
go. And it was just so funny because like Faye had mentioned it as I was thinking about it. Again, universe right there.
Yeah, everything.
And I was just like, yeah, because I didn't want to come in and be like, hey, like you should try that. And then when he did it, I was like, screw it. No holds barred now.
So funny. So when you purchased it, so when I make stained glass pieces, I have like a small like tarot deck of Last Unicorn tarot deck. It's really small. It's a spoof deck. I purchased it off of like Temu or something like a couple years ago, and I pull a card and I put it in there with whoever, like whatever I'm shipping. I pull a card and I put it in there. And do you want to talk about what that card was when it showed up, or?
Sure. I'm looking at it right now. I have the cards in front of me at all times when I'm at my computer. So I opened the package. I'm like so excited because I knew exactly what this was going to be. I was like, yes, I get to see this in person and it's mine. And I opened it up and I'm like, oh my God, a little tarot card. Like, this is so cool. And I flip it over and I see that it's the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune card is, I like to call it my card, for whatever reason that is. It shows up over and over and over again throughout my life. Sure, other cards do and everything too, but that one seems to just have been this dominating card that just, whether it's like a random reading, I've had like a reading done in California before and it came up. I had a reading done when I went camping last year with a bunch of friends, and it came up and I fucking laughed hysterically because it was also after I had gotten the piece from you. So it was like, again, boom, right in my face.
Yeah.
Just other times, like I've pulled it and everything, and it just, I resonate with the card. And it was just like so funny that I, number one, had no idea that you even sent these out. And then just to have that be the first card that came to me with this piece that I had ordered, like you said, sight unseen, I'm buying this, it's whatever. Like just all these like immediate decisions. And then that card is the card you pulled to put in my package. And I was like, oh my God.
Like what are the chances? Like, that's insane.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah. So that was just another like of course, like, yeah, like this is a person that I need to be friends with. So, and I won't get too deep into this, but I remember a really pivotal moment for me, like realizing like what kind of person you were, and like realizing that I was like, this is a safe person that I like want to be around. There was a situation that happened, and you and I ended up talking like on a phone call about that situation. And my heart was just like, wow, Rhody really cares. Like, Rhody wants people to be safe and wants people like, okay, so you're a moderator in a lot of channels, but BB Jess is one of the big ones that you moderate for. So you also stream. So I guess like when we're talking about like moderation, you are like top tier of like moderators, like, you know, the ins and outs, like, so like what drew you to like moderation, and like what, like how did that all play out? Like how did you get started in modding? That's
Sure.
Yeah. And like I guess like maybe kind of lead into like moderation, then like how you started to stream, maybe like
the Twitch journey, as it will be.
Yes.
So I uh to do this full force, the Twitch journey literally starts with a former member of YouTube's SourceFed, which was originally started by Philip DeFranco. So this is we're tracing back here.
Wow.
But
Yes.
SourceFed, if anyone's a SourceFed fan, they did a lot of like news stuff and nerdy news and skits, and it was a great little YouTube variety show type thing back in the day. And there was a person on there, a part of the cast called Matt Lieberman, and I love Matthew Lieberman. He's absolutely wonderful. And I followed his personal stuff after SourceFed had shut down, and I followed his personal IG, and he kind of disappeared a bit off the internet for a little while, as you do. And then he started coming back and making IG posts again. I was like so excited. And then pandemic hit, and pandemic hit for us as teachers on March 13th, right before Pi Day. So like my national holiday was ruined as a math teacher.
Yeah.
And no, but we were told, okay, you'll be home for 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah, we're not going to be home for 2 weeks. This is going to be more than that. And I was watching like pianists from the local piano bar doing like doing Instagram live shows and asking for tips on like PayPal and stuff. That's what I was doing. That was my entertainment. And then I was watching like through IG, and I saw Matt Lieberman was going live on IG a lot. I was like, oh, let me check out one of his lives. Well, his IG lives were strictly right before he'd go live on Twitch. He'd go live on there to be like, hey, come on over. We're playing Jackbox. We're doing this. We're doing that. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to go to Twitch. I'm good. I don't need a gaming site. I'm fine. I had this whole perception of Twitch, and I had like former friends, well, not former friends, but friends from other internet crews that have been on Twitch for years and stuff too. And I just never made the switch to like come over here. And so it wasn't until he posted once that he was going to be getting his haircut live by his then girlfriend, now wife, Denise. And I was like, oh, I'll go watch someone get their haircut live. That's exciting. So I tuned in for this COVID at home haircut stream, and his community was so welcoming. I didn't really know what moderators and stuff were, but like everyone that was there was like, oh my God, welcome in, and just like started like talking and hanging out. And then it was like, hey, like, by the way, we also have a Discord, and we'll be streaming again, and we do things like Jackbox. And I was like, let me check it out. And so I went to like the next couple of streams, and then I finally eventually joined the Discord because they were all like, if you want to keep hanging out, like Matt does an after stream hang real quick. And I'm like, I get to go and like actually sit in a call with this person I used to watch on YouTube. Like, that's so cool, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I jumped into that community, and again, they were just so welcoming. And it was like a bunch of his mods and a bunch of the other regulars just hung out in Discord calls. It was right before video chat was introduced into Discord too, because that was like around the time that like in 2020, I want to say that was happening. And then that got introduced, and I was like, okay, cool. Like we're all in here, and we hang out, and we start hanging out all the time. And then he did a charity stream. That charity stream is where I met Jess. That's where she just showed up out of nowhere and just was like awesome. And just because she was a huge SourceFed fan and everything. And she ended up joining the VCs and stuff too. So it's like we became like close, and we spent a core group of us spent almost every waking hour in the VC, in the Discord. Like it was like a changing of the guards. We had friends from Australia, friends from England, friends from all over the US. And so like no matter what time of day, there was usually someone in there. And it was great, and it was awesome. And one of the people that we got to meet through all of this was Shaman_Steve, who's one of Matt Lieberman's actual friends. Like they went to college together. They both live out in California. Like they actually know each other. And so for a while, not gonna lie, we thought anytime that Shaman was like hopping into the VCs that he was spying on us. He knows
my God.
We've told him this. We thought he was spying on us on behalf of Matt. So we'd be like, oh, I don't know if we talk about certain things or not. And it was like this whole thing. But it turned out like, no, he was like super chill. He was just also looking for community and looking for, something to do during this time when we were all locked inside. Yeah. And his birthday is in July, and he decided. Now, by the way, this was around like, end of March, early April, I got into Twitch. By July, I had already changed my username. My original username had part of my actual name in it. So, so I had changed my username and everything to Rhodylin at that point, which was a name I had from a previous website, online website. And then I was watching his stream because he decided his first stream ever, Shaman's first stream ever, was going to be a 24-hour Bob Ross painting stream.
Perfect.
And that's just what it was going to be. And it was going to be a charity stream to raise money. And I don't remember what charity it was for, but it was a charity stream again for something with 2020, something related to 2020.
Mhm.
And so all of his paintings he was auctioning off to like the highest bidder. And so that was a whole thing. And he literally 24 hours, no sleep, wearing a Bob Ross wig, literally made like there was a command that was made that night that was like, you know, don't drink the paint water. You know, like there was that. Like it was that that's where we were at. But it was so much fun. And at midnight, he had modded 2 random people from our little community that he trusted. Not random, but like 2 people from the community, he had modded them, but both of them at around midnight needed to go to bed. And I didn't need to go to bed. And so he was like, oh, okay, well, you know, bye, Bry Guy, and, you know, bye to the other person and everything. And he was just like, Rhody, 80s, like the couple other people that had been in the chat, y'all are going to be mods. And we're like, what? So he throws swords at us. That's my first sword was literally thrown to me at a whim. And I immediately messaged my friend Bry Guy, and I'm like, Bry Guy, what do I do? Because he just did like his deep dive learning into what it is to be a mod. And he's like, okay. So he had Streamlabs at the time. So he's like, okay, so here's Streamlabs. Here's how you make a command in the chat. These are like where we didn't really have that much of a mod view yet. Like it was very basic, if anything. And so it was like, this is how you ban people. This is how you do this. Watch out for this. I got to go to bed. And I was like, okay. And I just ran in on it, like full force from my little Chromebook laptop at the time. And
oh my God. Yeah.
just like, you know, and it was myself and one other person who I didn't really know, but I had seen their username in a couple of our chats and stuff. And we just held down the fort for the rest of the night. And that was my first sword. And since then I've slowly gained sword after sword after sword. I have technically 73 swords.
73? You are a moderator in 73 channels?
But I will state that there was at one point, there's another one of our friends refused to moderate me, to mod me in his channel, even though I was like willing to help and he needed someone to help. He refused. He was like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then it got to the point where it was like, all right, we'll mod you as long as I can be your 69th sword. And so it became this whole thing of like, once you get to 68, I'll mod you so I'm able to 69. And other people in the community wanted me to be a mod so bad that they started just modding me even though they don't stream.
God.
So I say I have 73 swords because there's 73 swords on record. But like at the end of the year when I get my like Twitch recap, it shows up as like 25.
That's so funny.
Because you only get counted for anywhere that you've been doing any moderator actions.
Yeah.
And so I have 73. About 7 of them are from one person who has like 7 different accounts and they modded me in all the accounts. Like I'm still uncovering today like what other account I might be modded in.
That's so funny. Oh my God.
Crazy. But then yeah, other than that, like I have actively probably moderated in about 50 channels. Some I've either like left modding from the channel for whatever reason, or they stopped streaming completely. They left Twitch, or something like that. Or their schedule just doesn't actively work with mine at all. I feel so bad for my Aussie friends because like they're live basically when I wake up for like a couple of hours and then that's it because if they stream at night. So it's hard in some cases, but I also love to be able to help whenever I can. So being in the mod chats and Discord is helpful because then if a question's posed at whatever hour that I see it, I can help, you know, provide a possible solution or suggestion. I can keep an eye on the Discord servers at any time, especially if like people on the other side of the world are asleep. So it is nice to have that ability to help. But yeah, so I have 73 swords, about, you know, 50 I've actively modded for, and about 25 of those even currently stream at all. And then of those 25, there's probably about 10 that you'll find me actually modding in actively at this point because just the way life has been, people have gone back to IRL, back to, you know, coming off the internet for a little bit. So
for sure.
So yeah. And then that shifted into streaming, kind of because Shaman Steve again, you know, the universe puts people in our path. By the end of that summer, I had gotten Twitch Sings. And I
Oh my
started doing stuff on
God.
Twitch things, but I wasn't going
Oh.
live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss Twitch things
So
so much.
I could run Twitch things on my personal laptop that was like a dinosaur, but I was afraid to like try to go live or anything with it because I didn't know if it was going to be able to handle it. So I would just do duets. Like I'd sing back. I did by December, I had joined a couple of live streams, other people's live streams through Twitch things, and it worked. So I could
Mhm.
sing live with a couple people, which was really cool at the time to do like the karaoke parties and that.
Yeah.
And then I made the decision because Shaman was just like, you should, because so my previous life, in my previous life, like a year ago, I was a financial literacy and computer science teacher.
Mhm.
And I had this wealth of financial literacy knowledge. And he was like, you should stream that. People need to
Yeah.
see that. People need to be informed. Like, you know
Yes.
so much. Like, go share your knowledge. I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, no, like you should do that. And I was like, maybe. And then basically the culmination of the end of that year happening and us still not being back at work. I mean, I was teaching digitally, but like not being physically in the building. And I was
Yeah.
like, Twitch Sings was ending. And so like that was a big thing. It was,
Rest
you
in
know,
peace.
December 30th, December 31st, like those were the last days of Twitch Sings. And then this idea that I was like, I had already at that point ordered my PC. I worked with a friend of ours on the internet and was like, I don't know anything about PCs. I need a pre-built. I got money. I got this amount of money that I can spend. Not like I got money, but like I got this amount. What can I buy? And
Yeah.
he found one for me. And I fucking ordered it. It's a
Yeah.
CyberPower PC. It's great. It works for me. But like that was going to be on its way. And I was like, okay, like I'm going to stream. And I decided that my first stream was going to be a farewell Twitch Sings stream. And so that's why New Year's
Amazing.
Eve is my stream anniversary, because that's when I started streaming. And I
Cute.
was on my little potato of a laptop that every single time, so I'd sing a song and then there was always like that time where it was rendering after.
Yeah.
During the entire rendering moment, you could hear my voice, but you could not see anything. Like the screen just would freeze for anyone that was watching. So I'd be like, okay, and I hope you guys are still here. And I had a couple of friends that were in the chat and everything. And like they'd be typing like, we're still here, but I wouldn't see it until everything unfroze.
Oh
And then
my
I'd
God.
sing the next song. And it was a really special moment because everyone who did Twitch Things was streaming that night and like on
Right.
Twitch Things that night to say goodbye. And so it was
Yeah.
special to be a part of that. And like the people were throwing duets out like it was like candy, just like duet this song. We just pull up random people were raiding in, being like, we were just doing Twitch Things and like we made this duet. Can you sing to it? And it was like really,
Aw.
really special. And it was really cool to be a part of. And I'm like, I want to cry about it because like I miss it so
Aw,
much.
Yeah.
But it was such a welcoming part of the Twitch community. And I had never thought that number one, just chatting was a thing. This whole
Yes.
singing side of this was a thing, that the art side of this was a thing. Like I didn't know any of that happened on Twitch, even though
Yeah.
when I started looking into it, Justin TV was literally like, hey, I'm a YouTuber and I want to talk about my daily life live. So come check it out. Like, and it was literally that. And I'm like, now here we are doing stuff like podcasts and talk shows and, you know, just hanging out and cleaning together. And it's there's so much variety.
Mhm.
But that's the lore. And then essentially I started, once the actual PC showed up, I put it together or like unboxed it and everything. And then that February, I started streaming. I think my first stream other than the Twitch Things was a Fall Guys stream. And it was
Mhm.
terrible because I don't know how to use mouse and keyboard. Now I do, but at the time I had no idea.
Sure.
And then I started the Financial Friday format. And so every Friday I'd go live and we'd do some sort of financial literacy topic. And
Mhm.
that ran pretty well for about a year and a half until I got burnt out. And I
Sure.
started doing it less and less. And now that I've left the teaching world and I'm in a different job, I'm not allowed to talk about it. And all I want to do is talk about it.
Yeah, that's such a
All I want to do is
bummer.
talk finance, and I can't talk finance anymore.
Yeah, that's
So
such a bummer because like I said, when I first met you, you were doing those and I was interested. I was like, oh my God, yeah, like I need to learn about this. Like it's
Yeah.
so cool that you were doing it. So when I met you, you had your ping tuber.
Yes.
When I met you, have you always had the ping
Good
tuber?
question.
Yeah.
not in a motion way. So
Okay.
I started with obviously Twitch Sings. So I had a Twitch Sings character that I
Mm-hmm.
used on there. I didn't use camera.
Cute.
So she was my, little avatar for the one
Yeah.
stream.
Oh, I remember
And
yeah, cute. Oh my
yeah.
God, I miss it so
She had
much.
a little mod jacket on, and I always wanted the mod
Cute.
jacket in real life too. But yeah, but
Cute.
I immediately went from that to what's it called? My Bitmoji. So I had a Bitmoji I had already made that I was
Yeah.
using for school. So I was like, oh, this already looks like me kinda. Let me just toss my Bitmoji in.
Yeah.
And so I was using that for a while, and then a couple of friends that I've met online that are amazing artists. One, Mimi Kuma, I love her so much. She was like,
Yeah.
she'd doodle while I was streaming, and she just watched my streams, and so she made me different ones that were I don't want to mess up the scenes. I have them all in my OBS that I could technically show.
Uh-huh.
But I don't want to mess up the scenes. So at some point I'll show them on my stream at some point.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
But so she made one that's a Fall Guys character. She made one that was an Among Us character, like versions of me as
Cute.
these other characters. She made me as a Pokemon, what's it? Pokemon Snap, Poke Trainer. Like
Cute.
she made me in all of that, which was really sweet. I've had someone else make me. I haven't gotten to use it because I don't play Minecraft that much, but I have a skin. I have a Rhodylin skin for Minecraft that I could use if I
Cute.
figure out how to learn it, how to put it in. So yeah, so I've had some really, really amazing, awesome people make little avatars for me that were just, PNG not moving. And then someone else that's a wonderful, amazing artist and also a moderator of mine. She streams as well, but she hasn't in a while. Her name is Nat Class. But she is absolutely great. And she was, watching my stream and was like, she messaged me. She's like, hey, like, could I try and draw you like as a character? And I was like, sure. And she's like, well, what are some references? I was like, well, listen, I'll give you a picture of me, like, so that you can actually see what I look like. And then also like my Bitmoji, the stuff from that and stuff. And like my 90s vibe. And so she came up with this. And it's based off of
perfect.
Daria, which I
Yes.
love. Like it's that
Yeah.
same vibe, same style as like a Daria style, which is my thing. But she pulled in the blue hair with the purple because that was what my hair was at the time. I basically do blue and purple still all the time.
Sure.
She pulled in the glasses and the lip ring and my double hoop earrings and my necklace and the cat, like the clothes in this were the clothes I was wearing in the Bitmoji.
So
So like
cute.
she took her own spin on that. And so she drew this and I was like, this is amazing. So then she made this. And then one of my other moderators, TechWiz, had reached out to her at one point and was like, hey, can you make another one of these with the mouth slightly open? Because he had found a way to put two, and like a lot of people do this now too, but back then it was like using the Discord overlay for like when you were in a Discord chat and have the little bubbles pop up.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
If the bubble popped up and like your picture was bright, it meant you were talking, and if it was
Yep.
dimmed out, it was
Yeah.
not. Well, that's easy to change. You just put two different images and you take the dimming off. And so hold on, I can show you what it would look like. The static version of this is like this, where it's just my mouth opening when I talk. My eyes don't blink. When I don't talk, it closes. And so this is what I had evolved to from being just a picture to being someone who could talk. And that was through that. And she made that edit to it too, and tech threw it together and showed me how to install it and like put it all in. And then I was like, I want a little bit more. And so I commissioned Nat Class to make a few more poses. We have all of these with the eyes blinking, the mouth opening a little bit wider. And so that I use PNG 2B to do it. And so there's sources that are connected to folders in my computer that has the images that are labeled as specific names. And then they basically just kind of rotate through.
Okay.
So there's the static I don't talk piece where it's, and then there's the when I do talk, there's like 3 or 4 images that it rotates through.
I see. Okay. I was always curious if there was like, because I know VTubing is like way more like involved, like they wear like a thing or whatever and like use a camera to like recognize their facial expressions. I was always curious if the blinking, because I know the mouth is like just from sound, but I was always curious as to if the blinking was you actually blinking.
No. Actually, it's funny because sometimes I'll forget to put it on animated, and it's the blinking that I'll notice. I'm like, why am I not blinking? Why am I not? I'm like, oh crap, I never flipped it to animated. It's like, and then I'm like, sorry guys, I've just been staring into the void, and like, I kind of go with the bit a little bit. But yeah, no. So it just kind of rotates through. Like I said, it's 3 or 4 images, and it randomly kind of selects it based on the audio coming through, like how to change it. And then I can adjust things like the speaking threshold and stuff like that. But it's actually, here's a little bit of like there's a whole screen, like a green screen behind me. I can change the colors, and that's what it's how it's in here. So
a little behind the scenes.
It's pretty
chat.
A little behind the scenes action. So it's pretty cool. And then she also commissioned a few extra things for me when I commissioned them, like some extra like faces. Like I have the hey, what's up?
Yeah,
and I have like, oh, and then it's like, oh my god, and, excuse me, what the fuck? So I have a few that I have tied to Stream Deck buttons that I can flip to. They obviously are just static images, so I just kind of quickly switch to them. But they're fun to kind of mess around with. I want more. I gotta save up to get some more commission. I've been thinking about it. I want to get like a crying, like oh my god, or like I don't know. There's a couple of different ones I want to do to add to it, because I've been thinking like actual VTubing would be fun. The camera is on. My initial hesitation for that was I didn't want to. I wasn't comfortable with what if the camera, masking fails and then all of a sudden the camera's on. And I chose to be a cameraless streamer because I was a teacher. Now I'm not a teacher anymore, but I don't have a stream room set up. Like I don't have a cute background, and I don't have NVIDIA, so I can't just do green screen. I have AMD, so I don't have a green screen and everything. So it's like I wouldn't necessarily mind being on camera so much now, but also I'm just so used to this. I woke up, lady. What time did you wake up today?
I think it was around 7:30, 8 o'clock.
And what time did you sit down at the computer after you had already gotten ready and like were ready to go?
Probably like maybe like 9:30, 9:45.
Cool. And you could have hit go live at that point if like we weren't doing this. You were just to basically like hop on and just do whatever place.
Just kind of check the audio levels and stuff. And then just pretty much.
Yeah. I rolled out of bed at when did I make my Discord post? 10:30. So 10:35. 10:35 I got out of bed. I splashed some water on my face, went to the bathroom, got some water to drink, got myself a little Belvita crunchy breakfast thing, sat down at my computer, opened up OBS because I'd already set it up, and then saw that you were already in the voice chat and hopped in. I'm still in my pajamas. My hair is still up in a messy bun. I have no makeup on. I don't give a fuck. And I can because I'm a PNG tuber.
Because you're a PNG tuber. Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, so
now
just
I'm like, it's just comfortable.
Yeah. So just FYI, so I have had the absolute pleasure and honor of meeting Rhodey in person, and I have seen her IRL. Her her PNG tuber looks like her. Like that. This is what she looks like in real life. I swear to God. Like it's like on point. So bravo to that. It's very, very spot on. So
Nat Cox did a great job with capturing it. I wish I was her. Like you guys are also very, very kind in saying that I look exactly like her, because I know I don't.
Yeah,
I know I don't. I could rule the world if I looked like her, but I definitely look. There's a strong resemblance. There's a lot of parallel, for sure.
Yeah.
And I love that, because I don't feel like I'm hiding behind a character. Like, not saying that VTubers hide behind a character, but that is part of the fun for a lot of VTubers, is that they get to create this completely different character. They get to be a bunny, a cat, a zombie, or whatever, and they're not necessarily needing to put forth so much of themselves. They can be that entertaining entertainer, in whatever format. And I'm just like, nah, I want to stream and be me, but like, I don't want to be on camera all the time. So here's me. Here's a version of me. And so that's what you get. You get me.
Yeah, I love it. I love that it's you. Like I love it so much, and I know that we've taken a couple selfies together. But if I post them, it's always your
Yeah.
PNG tuber. We always paste her over. It's so
Yeah.
funny. So you initially decided to do the PNG tuber because you are a teacher, and it's very important to like keep your identity safe, which is always any streamer. It's important
Which
to
is
keep your
wild
identity
because there are
safe.
so many teacher TikTokers out there, and I'm like,
It's wild.
you're like they're doing some questionable shit on
Yeah,
social
yeah.
media, and I'm just like, I'm good. I'm all set.
Yeah, like a lot of like I've seen a lot of like TikTokers that's like they're not filming the children, which good,
No, yeah,
but it's like
yeah.
they're filming themselves and they're interacting with their class, and I'm like, is that legal? Like, I don't know.
I'm
It's
hoping that they're getting some sort of waiver or whatever, even just for
sure.
voices and stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
It's
So,
wild.
so you were a teacher for 14 years?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you just recently made a switch from teaching for 14 years to corporate America.
Yep.
How has that affected? We talked a little bit about like how it's affected. You can't do your financial Fridays anymore, but
Yeah.
like just in general, as far as like scheduling stream and stuff, like is it easier? Is it
Yeah.
harder? Like how has your new job sort of like impacted your streaming relationship? I guess or any of that. So
It sucks. It sucks. I'm on a computer all day. I'm on a
Yep.
computer all day now.
Yes.
And because of that, whether I work every other week from home, which is great. But if and I work in a different room than this room, which is also great because then I'm not only in this room the entire day, which would be driving me crazy. But now I feel like when I am done working in that other room, or if I'm working in the office, by the time I get home, I don't want to look at another computer for a little while, even though I'll look at my phone. But I'm laying on my bed, I'm on the couch, I'm like outside, like I'm in other locations other than stuck to a desk again. And I always had told myself I didn't want a desk job. That's why I didn't want to go into engineering or anything like that. I was like, I don't want to do that type of a job. And then I went into teaching, and teaching was great for 14 years until it wasn't. Actually, it was great for about 12 years until it wasn't.
Yeah.
And so making the switch, like it is nice because I feel less stress and everything, but also like my favorite thing to do was streaming in the summertime for summer break.
Yeah.
Where I would just like
yeah.
I'd just pull 24-hour streams just because I wanted to. I would just
Yeah.
do Lego builds whenever I want. I have a Lego build here from Jazzer Dog, who was so freaking sweet to send me this Lego build for a
Aw.
camera. It's like a 3-in-1. You can either do a regular like old photo camera, an old video camera, or like a little like
Cute.
TV thing, and it's so cute. I would have built that already if it was a normal summer, because I would have just picked a day and said, fuck it, we're going live. I'm going to hit go live. We're going to build this Lego kit till I'm done or until I like fall, and that's it. And, it'll be fine. And, it didn't matter if it took me 3, 4, 5 days to do a kit, and I would do that that way I could sleep and stuff. Or if I just wanted to do a kit and then sleep the whole next day, and like, it didn't matter. And now I feel like it's so hard for me to find time to stream because I'm so tired.
Yes.
From sitting at a computer all day.
Yeah. You
And
get
so I
the
definitely
fatigue.
have to.
Yeah.
I definitely have to make some different choices. I have made some different choices. I bought risers for my desk I was telling you. So I have a table, like an IKEA table essentially for my other desk. And it's got 4 legs. And I was like, I'm tired of sitting. It was driving me nuts. I'm not getting my work done productively because I get uncomfortable. My body hurts. I'm like, I can't keep sitting all of the time. So I bought risers, and I'm going to put them under there, and we're going to make that just a permanent standing desk.
Wonderful.
And if I need to sit down, I'll take a break and I'll go sit down. And so I might bring back the Pomodoro streams, the co-working streams. And that way I have somewhere like every hour I can take 10 minutes to sit down, come back to chat, talk to you real quick, and then like go back and just kind of monitor the stream, from my phone or whatever if I need to some days. But yeah, no, I haven't been doing my co-working that much. I haven't been doing any Lego builds. I haven't been doing any really long game stuff. It's been a lot. It's been a hard adjustment because my passion of doing the streaming stuff, I feel like what has been inhibited because of the job change. And I didn't want that to happen, but also I needed a job. So
yeah, right.
It
You
is what it
needed
is
to
kinda thing.
change. And yeah, I remember because I work part-time now, and I used to work full-time for the same job, and then before that I had like a full big girl corporate job, that was like, it took up so much time. I don't know how I streamed. I don't know how I used to do it. But then when I started taking streaming more seriously, a couple years ago, and I went part-time at the job that I have now, and it's like it's even still hard. You know, if you have a day job and you're streaming, like whatever amount you're working, if you're working full-time, part-time, it is so hard to balance because streaming is a full-time job. Like
Yeah.
you always have to make sure that everything's updated, that your sources are good. Like I'm using Meld today, so it's like yesterday I had to spend a good amount
Shout
of
out
time
Meld.
like Meld. Shout out Meld. Okay. Meld they're fantastic. So it has been running so smoothly and I'm so grateful. But I spent a good amount of time yesterday getting everything set up in Meld. So it's like there's so much stuff that goes on behind the scenes that people don't realize. But yeah, it's been, you know, it's great to have that extra time because you can put, you know, a little bit more into it. And so I'm bummed that you're having, I'm glad that you're still streaming. So it's like, I'm glad that you've kind of found a little bit of a balance. Yeah, I know how much you love it and I, you know, feel the same. So, one thing I did want to talk about, just since we're talking about Meld, they're doing right now they're calling it the Live as Fuck Fest. Excuse me, Live AF Fest. So they have like a clip submission thing that is just like talking about. We've talked a lot about streaming, which is exactly what I wanted. But like, what I think what they want to know is like, what does streaming mean to you? And I think it'd be really cool if we both could answer this question.
Ooh,
so
yeah.
so like if you wanted to go first and just say a quick like blurb about like what does streaming mean to you?
Yeah. Streaming to me is about community and connection, first and foremost, because I found Twitch during the pandemic when I was looking for community and connection. And so and that's why I label myself a variety streamer for whatever, you know, detriment to mine that is. But I'm not in it for like, I'm going to play a certain game or a certain type of games, or I'm going to only do just chatting, or I'm going to only do an artsy thing. For me, I want to come and hang out online and talk with people and share ideas and just not be alone and show other people that they're not alone and that it's okay to come hang out. And it's okay to hang out in a digital space and even be a digital character in a digital space. Like all of that is okay. And it's still great to, you know, you can do this on a rainy day, you can do this on a snowy day, you can do this on a hot day, you can do this when you're tired, you can do this when you're awake, you can do this at 3:00 in the morning because you can't sleep. Like it's a hobby that I can do at any time of the day and I can reach people in any time zone. And that's really, really special. And so that's what it means to me, community and connection. How about you?
Yeah. I feel the same way. Like I feel very much the community and connection. I spent a lot of time alone in my like early adulthood and like it's been really difficult for me to find friendships that I connect with people. And it's like your geographical location puts you in a situation where it's like you're friends with people because of where you're located, right?
Yeah.
When I found Twitch in 2020, I was introduced to this whole group of this beautiful like rainbow of people that all live different walks of life, and I was just exposed to so much. And I know that Twitch and streaming and Discord and this whole online world has made me a better person. And so it's huge. Like it's made me a better person. It has helped me find my confidence, and it has helped me, like, I do a lot of charity streaming, so being able to share causes and things that are important to me and finding other people that also means a lot to them is so huge for me. Like this is the thing that I've done in my life that I am the most proud of. So community connection and friendship and love. It's wonderful.
And you have done absolutely wonderful in the charity space. Like kudos to you. You're a huge inspiration on that level. It's absolutely insane. And then it's because of the community that you raised, like that you fostered, right? That you created a space for. And it's just really cool people that are also really kind and have an ability to give, which is also, you know, nice. Like when we can and supportive and we show up and it's because you're there leading that. And so thank you for doing that.
Oh, thanks for saying that.
Because you support so many different, you know, charities that are benefiting from that. So which is really cool.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I feel really lucky. I feel really lucky to have found so many people, you especially in that group of people that it's like I just felt connected with, you know, and it's like I never would have met these people had it not been for like going live and, you know, just figuring out this whole space. So so grateful. But
Friendship.
Friendship. I love
French
friendship. Friendship and French Rose. Speaking of friendship, chat, our friends in chat, if you guys have, I did post this in chat, but if we're gonna pivot and look at chat now. We've been not really paying attention to what everybody's been saying. So chat, I'm calling you out. If you have any questions for Rhody, if there's anything that you want to ask her about PNG tubing, her career change, or her hair color, like what brand she uses, like if there's anything that you guys want to know, you can post it in chat now. Otherwise, we're going to talk about Backstreet Boys. I don't know.
And Sync. Actually, both of them, honestly. My first username on AOL, it was AOL, was actually related to Backstreet Boys. It was so funny. It had B-Rock in it, which was Brian Luttrell's nickname. And one of my other friends had Chaos, which was Nick Carter's nickname. And those were our first, not just those, there was like numbers and stuff, but like I don't need you finding my old AOL messages.
We don't need you. Don't look for it. No, that's so funny.
That was our very, very first ones, which was funny back in, middle school. So what do we got? Right. Face reveal when joking. Oh, no, ZVK. So here's the thing. I haven't been 100% PNG on Twitch. So there are places I have been on camera. I have been on Vinyl Viper's stream at her house back when she was in New York and her tavern was like in her basement. I was on stream there a couple of times. I've been on Jess's stream before, like in the background at like when she's done from TwitchCon. So I've been in that before. You would have had to like know where to find me. I have been on Gloop. I won Gloop Dog's karaoke show once, and I always did that just on camera. So if you ever watched Gloop Dog's old karaoke stuff, like I was on Gray Sofa when he used to stream. I was on his stream on camera. I've been on I think I was on What's Up It's I think I was PNG on What's Up It's Q. So I've been on a lot of streams where I am on camera. And it was kind of like, as long as it's not my actual stream, I figured it was less of a chance for my students to find me.
Sure.
Of course, also those times were all times I was planning to be on stream. I was up, I was prepared. My background looked a little bit better. My hair was kind of not messy. Like there was effort put in. And so face reveal often happens at events. I'll be at TwitchCon this year. So if you're interested in meeting up, let me know. I will be at TwitchCon. I've met a bunch of people at different events. I've gone to PTS camp, which was amazing with you. And I've gone to PAX East with a bunch of people. And so I do meet people. I have met people. I've met Rose at TwitchCon a couple years ago.
We were at TwitchCon.
Yeah, I've met Marcellus. I hung out with Marcellus at PAX East.
Yeah, so you and I, we were at TwitchCon 2022, both of us, but we hadn't been like connected yet. Like we had that was just after this Jess's Spotlight Awards. That was right after that, and that's when you had first DM'd me with all that information, and we were at TwitchCon together, but we just went in passing. Like we didn't actually meet each other.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah,
it was wild that we happened to just exist. Coexist on the playing field, but not know each other.
Luna Love, she asked, do you only use, I'm gonna say this wrong, Fugi, or do you use other PNG tuber programs?
Yeah, I was just responding to that in chat in case I get into it, but I don't know what Fugi is, or Fuji, unless that's a new name for PNG Tubi. I use PNG Tubi, and it's honestly, I haven't gone and looked in. I know that there's a couple of different options that are out there, but I started with this one, kind of have just kept it. So if you know any other better ones, like let me know. It's the one for Discord. Oh no, so the one with Discord I used just in the beginning when I was doing just the little Bitmoji, or just like the normal sprite picture and then the mouth open sprite picture, and then switched to using PNG Tubi. That's what allows the images to switch around. So You've been doing this for a while. Heck yeah, awesome. If you know
cool.
more, please feel free. My DMs in Discord are open.
Mhm.
So please, if you know other
Cute.
ways, I'd be interested to check them out. But yeah, I use PNG Tubi,
Oh,
so pretty tried
cute.
and true.
Well, well, thanks, chat. Appreciate that. We're gonna, if I can get somebody to just snooze those ads, that'd be great. We're just gonna keep snoozing them. Let's, okay, so the thing that I always kind of wrap up with, and something, a big question, big
Yes.
question that I always ask everybody. What does friendship mean to you?
Friendship to me is Lady Amelthea. Someone who looks out for you, reaches out to you, checks in on you, also doing that in return. Willing to have a good time, but also willing to be vulnerable. That's all important. So you are, to me, you are friendship, and I feel like I've been very fortunate to surround myself with a lot of people like you, and so I feel very whole in that sense. It sucks that everyone is so far away at all times, but so everything that you do, I consider
What
friendship,
the
and
heck?
I hope I can do a little bit back and it
You
be
do.
it be there. So
You're a strong force in my life, and I
Mm.
appreciate your presence in my life, and I hope that I'm doing a good job letting you know that.
You
So
are, you do a fantastic job.
Oh, thanks. Okay. Well, I think that that's probably it. Thank you again, Rhode Island, for joining us for Friendship and French Roast today. Where can we find you? Obviously Twitch. If
Yeah.
we can get a shout out for Rhody, that would be fantastic. A big fat shout out if you guys want to follow
Yeah.
her. If you're not following her, give her a follow. She is wonderful. I love her, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you do anything else that you want to like promo or say? Like, are there like any other platforms that you want people to follow you on, or anything else that you
Um,
want to push or press or whatever you
yeah.
want?
I'm a millennial on the internet, so my Instagram reels are just me reposting, not reels, sorry, my Instagram stories are just me reposting everything that's coming from my heart or that I find funny. So if you want to see my stories, you can go to my Instagram as well. I'm like, it's either Rhode Island or Rhode Island 13 or Rhode Island TTV. That's usually where you can find me anywhere. I have a TikTok, I don't use it. I have a YouTube, I don't use it. So yeah, Twitch, and I have a Twitter, I barely use it. But yeah, you can find me on all those spaces under Rhode Island or Rhode Island TTV or Rhode Island 13. Depending on if something was taken or not. Believe it or not, this way to spell Rhode Island was already taken in a couple spaces.
That's
Which
crazy
is
to
wild.
me. That's
Yeah,
wild.
there are people like I think with this as their actual name, or like I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, so that's where you can find me. And when it comes to Twitch, I try to be live every Friday. I will not be live this Friday because I'm going to be out enjoying nature with some friends, some Twitch friends. So that's exciting. But yeah, I pretty much go live every Friday. If you join my Discord, which you do not have to, but that's usually where ZVK will be like, here's where we're gonna find out whether or not Rhodey's streaming today, and then I respond with yes or no. He keeps me on my toes.
What a good friend.
Me on my toes, which is good. But yeah, so
Amazing.
I do occasionally. I'll post to Twitter and stuff if I'm doing an event, or actually I forgot all about Twitter this entire week. But usually if I'm doing an event, I'll post it to those other socials as well. But
Yeah.
Twitch, having the notification on Twitch is probably the best way to find out when I'm live.
Wonderful.
At this point.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again. I'm gonna put you on the spot, and we're gonna end now. But if you have a raid target that
I do, because I know how this works.
She's prepared. She pays attention. This is why I love her, is because she pays attention. She pays attention to the details. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna who are we gonna raid?
We're gonna go right into Lala Carpe Diem.
Perfect.
This is another, if you guys are looking for again another nice community to be a part of or go hang out in. These are two people who have decided to, well, one is still working, but one has retired, and she has, it's a couple. They've sold their family home. They have bought a boathouse, so they live on a boat. They have a bus, a school bus that they're converting into a living space and a travel space. They also will like can like drive their truck and like sleep in the back of their truck and tent camp and stuff like that. And they stream all of this live. They're IRL streamers. They
Wonderful.
also have a plot of land that they call La La Land that they are building. They built a storage place in that also doubles as like indoor like living space partially. And like they're just trying to do whatever they can to enjoy this part of their life. And build a community along the way. And they are on Sundays they do yoga, but at this point they've probably already finished yoga. So it's just like the, you know, hang out and vibe time. And I think they're chilling on the boat right now, and they're a great community. So I'd love to bring two really great communities together. So
All right. We queued that up, so if you guys don't mind hanging on for the raid, I would appreciate it. If any of you have, so I'm going to put the raid messages in here, but if you're subscribed to Rhody, please use her emotes as well when we get over there. I would really like that a lot. So we're going to go raid Lala Carpe Diem, good friend of Rhody, good, she just talked about them. Obviously.
Yep.
So we're gonna go check them out. So thanks again, Rhody. Thank you, chat. Thanks everybody who was here. And we'll see you next time. Yeah. Ending is always super awkward. Okay. Oops,
bye.
Bye.
We're doing great.
We're doing great. We're still alive. Okay, I'm gonna hit the button. We're gonna go. Wait,
hit the button.
I gotta copy.
Everybody be ready.
I gotta copy the raid message. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, frick. I can't. Why is it so hard to copy the raid message? Okay, here we go, everybody.
Okay.
We're headed.
Okay,
we're going. Bye. Oops, I don't have them pulled up. Oh, dear.